Let Rufai should come in, please.
This is your son, Rufai.
Amio.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. But, sir, I will have to be firm,
Thank you.
I will have to be firm. Sir, this was the same President Tinubu.
Yeah.
That your famous question is, he should tell us his name, his primary school, who owns Alpha Beta, and all of that. So you've forgiven him for all of that. Yeah. Is it because the APC sent some people to come and meet you before inauguration day? Because we noticed is after that meeting, although you denied that there was no agreement to, you've submitted after that meeting. You have turned, Baba, the narrative have turned to Omowani Ejoshe. Is that it, my daddy? Is that the situation of things? Baba SMP. No, let me finish, daddy. No, because all of a sudden, now you are saying really. 1 year is not a good scorecard. Is it when politicking starts in 2 years' time?
Not yet.
That will be a good scorecard when people are hungry, inflation. You are just saying that on the side. But I can see that you are stylishly still exonerating Tinubu and saying, no, you know, how many is that the case, my daddy?
No. People, no. You know, what I am saying is that let us be fair. Somebody ran this nation for 8 years. 8 years of absolute mismanagement. The former head of state was my guy in the military. We respect our seniors. But that what they caused this nation in the 8 years, you can't expect somebody, even if we had won the election, it would have been near impossible. Because first of all, you want to find out what did they do, how did they do it? That's why I said we must give our best of today so that tomorrow will be better. I am giving them that open, that the opportunity to correct. We hadn't seen any impact of what they are doing. So I called it the learning curve. Because if he was part of that administration, he will have no excuse not to immediately start changing certain policies. But let's give him that time. I'm not begging for him. Let us be fair.
Okay,
all right?
Chief
they
Judge.
got through that. We
Judge.
told them that the election, the way we went through, there are so many things that must be revisited. Our constitution is not the right type of constitution this nation will have. We have kept on saying that. It's not working. Number two, the economic indices are frightening. Look at the inflation rate. It's rising. Now, what exactly is our debt portfolio? How much money are we owing? And we are still borrowing.
Chief.
So you see, yes, so... but I want to be very fair. Yes, we had discussions. You said, give us time. We will see what we will do to assuage this and assuage that. We are all waiting.
Okay.
We are all waiting. I said before that I bring in Bola, and Abuja is not Lagos. Abuja, the experience he had in his life was Lagos. Lagos is not Abuja. Abuja is a different ball game. So let's see. By this time next year, you will hear from our party.
Okay.
I can bet you that, because we have given him enough time to have seen all the flaws and then try to make amends so that we can move forward.
Okay, Chief Judge. Yeah, okay.
Over to you.
Look, the Northern Elders Forum, they're saying something different. They're saying that, in fact, in 1 year, the Tinubu administration has not even shown that it's interested in running Nigeria. The people of the Southeast also have issues with how the Nnamdi Kanu matter has been handled. You said Abuja is not Lagos. When the APC and President Tinubu were campaigning, what we were told is that Tinubu has done it in Lagos. He will do it in Abuja. That's precisely what we were told. And the campaign line was that, look, a man who is the godfather of Lagos and has been running Lagos forever, which you oppose, that when he gets to Abuja, he will do the same thing. Now, so you are now making excuses that, oh, 1 year is not enough. Is it because he's a Yoruba man?
No.
And is it because, hold on, you said, let's wait till the second year. The same Tinubu that people said, no, is a knowledge worker who knows to identify talents. Where are those talents? Whether from Lagos or from elsewhere. So that's a big question. It's not enough to just say, let's give him another 1 year. The second question is that, will you now be willing?
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running. So they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back.
That's all I have to say. Anyway, you are watching the drama. Some of you are laughing, but this is not a laughing matter. Remember that. Here is something. In Kaduna, where the dust is not settling on the 423 billion naira stolen by El-Rufai, the Kaduna Little Finger. Now, the guy who is a member of the House committee that possibly did the investigation has more to say. And that's why we're going to go to Kaduna now on the El-Rufai's loot. But from reports, even though we have been reading a lot about how El-Rufai looted 423 billion as a Kaduna state governor, there are other atrocities. But people are saying that El-Rufai or El-Rufai, the Kaduna Little Finger, has not been invited by any investigating team. Well, listen to this guy. He is a member of Kaduna State House of Assembly. From their findings, yeah.
It's a pleasure talking to you this morning. Talking about integrity, people with integrity don't find themselves in questionable circumstances or surround themselves with people with questionable characters. As a matter of fact, some of the people that were mentioned in the report who served under his government are people, okay, like for instance, Jimmy Lawal. Jimmy Lawal was the MD of Alpha Merchant Bank who grounded that bank. He was sentenced in absentia. As a matter of fact, Sahara reporters described him as a serial fraudster. Are these the kind of people you surround yourself and you call yourself a man of integrity? A man of integrity should say something and do it. He went to African Development Bank, collected a loan of $130 million to revamp the transport system in Kaduna State. Come to Kaduna State and show me what transport system was done. They used that slogan, collect this money, and diverted it to other use. He collected $62 million from Islamic Development Bank to boost education in Kaduna State. Well, they were able to build 6 science secondary schools across the state. Outside that, what else do we have to show for the money? So you cannot be claiming to be a man of integrity while your action is showing otherwise. And besides, if you are responsible enough, you will not do actions or take actions that will mortgage the future of your people in a manner where they will barely survive. And then some of these monies collected for some of these projects were not judiciously used. Else, when you come to Kaduna State today, out of 100%, the monies they collected for these projects, you could see that they only executed just about 40% of these projects. They will paint them, bring social media, and show the whole world they are working. But a larger percentage of these works are left undone. When you come to the streets of Kaduna today, you will see so many of these roads. In fact, the road that was named after him on the day of handing over, former Raba Road, it has not been completed. And the contractors have abandoned sites. This is one among so many other roads that we have. When you go to Zaria, whenever it rains, there's so much flooding because of these abandoned road projects. When you go to Kafanchan, whenever it rains, people who are using motorcycles keep falling off the road because that road project has been on for 5 years, it has not been completed. Now, where are the monies meant for all these roads? These monies were collected 100%. All right. Now, talking about integrity, do you know, when you check the records, you will see that immediately he was sworn in 2019 for the second time, the 8th Senate rejected that loan bid. Immediately when he was sworn in May 2019 for his second time in office, he drew down about $170 million from that loan in the World Bank, even before approval came from the National Assembly. Like Peter Obi will say, you can verify that.
All right.
So men of integrity don't cut corners.
All right.
You obtain this loan without formal approval, because it was after COVID in 2020, around June, that the president resubmitted the loan bid to the National Assembly. And then it was subsequently approved in 2021. But they have drawn down the money since 2019. So please, this is not a matter of integrity. He is not the man of integrity. These are well-packaged lies and deceit. They sold out to the public to believe what they were doing. But in the real sense of it, they were massively, recklessly misusing our funds.
All right.
Now, talking about witch hunt, it is always normal in Nigeria today that when people commit offenses, and when you are trying to ask them to come and account for their actions, they would easily just say it is political witch hunt. Who is witch hunting who? If it were political witch hunt, the executive governor of Kaduna today is one of the greatest beneficiary of his person. But for the man to say no, this thing is because the scale of the fraud is just too much. It's not something anybody wants to keep quiet. As a matter of fact, even if it's your wife that was there before, you will come to account for what. It's a pleasure talking to you this morning.
That's from Kaduna. For those who are like the real eyewitness, those who investigated, and they see the rate at which El-Rufai, with reckless abandon, looted Kaduna State. But that is about the looting. Someone who was one of the senators who came in with El-Rufai in 2015. That is Shehu Sani, that comedian now. Shehu Sani was one of the beneficiaries of APC change, that brought in El-Rufai in Kaduna. But the man saw Shege. He saw Shege. And all because he was trying to speak out against the reckless, like a rudderless, system of governance of El-Rufai. He was denied a chance of going back to the National Assembly. But he was not spared. He was going to be killed. On and on like that. Listen to his own experience. Now that the whole thing is coming out that El-Rufai was a rogue.
Thank you very much for this question. Well, first of all, I was a lone voice in calling for transparency, accountability, and probity in the way the finances of Kaduna State government was mismanaged from 2015 to 2023. In that process, I received a lot of attacks, persecution, and threats to my own life. But I remained consistent, and I refused to be silent, because I knew very well that that government is one of the most corrupt in the history of our dear state, Kaduna. I, as a senator from 2015 to 2019, opposed the loan for which the government of El-Rufai applied and seek to get from the World Bank, because I foresee what is about to happen. It's not about prophecy. But I know that government was opaque. That government has no regard for public opinion. It has no regard for due process and transparency. And now what the Kaduna State House of Assembly has done is simply aligning with my own thought, aligning with my own thinking, aligning with my position that has been for 8 years. There are many of them who are in the assembly today who are opposed, who were then opposed to me and opposed to what I stood for. But look at what has happened. The job that has the report that has come out from the Kaduna State Assembly is a commendable. It has never happened in the history of Kaduna State, where a government was thoroughly probed and it has been found out that this is what has been looted, what has been misappropriated. For anyone who comes to Kaduna State, go to all the major cities, you will see how projects have been abandoned. Now, if the essence of borrowing money is to execute projects, look at the humongous amount of money that was borrowed, and look at the projects that have been left abandoned. Most of the contractors that have operated in this state from 2015 to 2023 simply shortchanged the state. Today, our children, our grandchildren will be lined to pay money which they don't know how it was used and they don't know how it was borrowed. When they came for that loan, I asked them questions. What are you going to use that money for? How are you going to pay that money? And don't you think if we borrow this money, it's going to tell on our finances? This is a state, almost 95% of our industries are dead. IGR is simply about extorting money from landlords, tenants, and poor people who are trading here and there. But how do we pay this money? Today is the day of reckoning. Kaduna State has been financially strangulated. Almost everything has come to a standstill because of the recklessness of El-Rufai's administration from 2015 to 2023. I was not opposed to him for sentiment or politics only, but I am also opposed to him on the fact that that government mismanaged our state. Most of the people that were invited as contractors are not from our state. Most of the people who are within the cycle of corridor of power are not from our state. Most of the people who have get involved in all these things here are not from our state. I didn't say they are not people from our state, but they are made people. So this probe must be thorough. It's not simply about report. The government of Kaduna State must move ahead to recover our money that was looted. How can you leave us behind with foreign debt, with domestic debt, with abandoned projects, with contractors running away and leaving all their debt? Go to the markets that were demolished. They were still abandoned. Go to the roads and see in Kafanchan, in Zaria, in Kaduna, see how it's done. Go to most of these projects that were commissioned with all sorts of hoopla and press everywhere. They have been abandoned. So who is going to finish them? Now it's telling on our own resources. We borrowed this, El-Rufai's government borrowed this money when the exchange rate was also about 400 to 500, 400 naira to $1. Now is in the black market is 1,400 to $1. Where are you going to get the money? We are not an oil producer state. We don't have anything. So why, if you love this state, if you are interested in the progress of this state, if you want to leave a legacy, why don't you do it in such a way that is sustainable? So my position has been this in the last 8 years, and whoever is speaking out today is simply converting to. Thank you.
And I remember truly, he lost his chance of returning back to the Senate in 2019. El-Rufai ensured of that. He was posted. In fact, they posted his image to the people of Kaduna that he is one of the enemies of Kaduna, working against the interest of Kaduna at Abuja. They said he's working in Abuja, stopping Kaduna from accessing loan for the development of Kaduna. So, and it worked. He got kicked out of APC, Egbekebe, and he also got kicked out of the Nigerian Senate. He never went back. But he's been very active on Twitter, very active. He was Sonny. So that's on Kaduna. And talking about our children and their future, ladies and gentlemen, when you have your children, I know things can be very, very tough. Things are tough for a lot of people right now, okay? But please, protect your children. There are those who are taking advantage of these poor souls. They are trafficking them out of Nigeria for just a sexual exploitation. 10 girls were rescued in Ghana 2 days ago. Man, what you're about to watch right now is one of the most heartbreaking things you're likely going to see. But the reason why you are watching it is because those kids are safe now. But they were from Nigeria. The journey was like they were being exploited. They were not even being paid for the sexual exploitation. They were pretty much like slaves, trafficked. I hope those responsible have also been caught. But looking at this, you can tell a failed country that has managed to show incompetence over again and again, that their own children, the youngest population of that country, have become so endangered that it seems like few people cares these days, because a lot of people are so worried about what they're going to eat that they do not possibly care about what is happening to the next person, the neighbor. These children were rescued in Ghana. Please watch.
Where? I'm from Imo State. Imo State, yes. Olu town from Imo State. Yes. How long have you been in Ghana?
Just less than 1 month.
What is your name?
My name is Asos Divine.
Divine?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 16 years.
16 years. My God. How long have you been in Ghana?
To the 7th of this month will make me 2 months.
2 months. You are from Imo State?
Yes.
What is your name?
My name is Odrupe. I'm from Imo State. South. South.
Sorry. You will be fine in Jesus' name. God will take care of you, my children. What is your name, sister?
My name is Selina Danjuma from Plateau State.
Oh, mommy. How old are you?
I'm 18 years.
How long have you been in Ghana?
7th of this month will make me 2 months.
Oh.
My name is Odrupe Onyechukwuzi. My name is Odrupe Onyechukwuzi.
Where are you from? Imo State. How old are you?
16 years.
16 years. Stand up, let me see you.
My brother, this 1, 2, 3, they are the same mother, the same father.
3 of you are from the same mother.
The same father.
The same father. Yes. Have you spoken to your parents? Where are your phones?
You're
taking all your phones. Who brought you to Ghana?
His brother.
The brother?
The brother of this person. The brother of this one.
Okay. So you are from Imo State. 16 years.
The same mother, the same father.
43.
Jesus Christ. So you are still 15 plus. 15 plus. And you have been in Ghana. And what have they been doing to you? They take you out to see men. To see men. And they pay you.
No, they don't pay me. Any money you work, they keep you. We give them everything.
15 years.
Every single day.
See our children in diaspora, 15 years. Out of their own wish. Children are supposed to be in school. These are the great future leaders of Nigeria in diaspora. 15 years. 3 children from one father, same mother, from Imo State. That's it.
My name is Chief Callisto Selozio. Okay. I'm the chairman of Nigerian Diaspora Organization. Okay. That is Chief Jofita.
Oh, okay.
She's the head of welfare of Nigerian Diaspora Organization, Ghana. Okay. And this is assistant welfare, he's in charge of rescue.
Rescue.
When we have issues that has to do with Nigeria.
Okay.
He's the rescue coordinator.
Okay.
So
where from these ladies?
This morning we got tipped yesterday that one Nigerian guy.
That's one Nigerian guy.
Yes, has brought these ladies there, maltreating them, beat them, send them for prostitution and other things. So we
prostitution?
Yes. So we sent our rescue team to go for the girls. So they went there this morning. Fortunately, they were able to get all of them from the guy, and we was able to apprehend the guy.
Okay.
He was arrested.
The one, so he's in custody now?
He's in police custody here now. So that's why we quickly brought them so that they can the police can take inventory of what happened before we know.
I don't know which language, let me know their name.
This one, what's your name? Simi John. You're from Plateau State. Say you're from Plateau State. Your name is what?
My name is Miracle Odrupe Olebechukwu from Imo State.
You're Miracle Odrupe Olebechukwu from Imo State.
Yes.
Which side of Imo State?
Idato.
You're what? Chiamaka. Ikedobi. From where?
From Imo State, Idato South.
Imo State, Idato South Local Government. You're from where?
I'm Selina Danjuma from Jos Plateau State.
Selina Danjuma from Jos Plateau State. You're from Plateau State.
Write their names.
Yeah.
No, just a sheet of paper.
I'm from Imo State. My name is Divine.
Which part of Imo State?
You have got a name?
From Olu. Which part of Olu?
Umudiato.
Umudiato. Which part of Umudiato? This one is my daughter. I'm from Olu.
Which part of Umudiato?
Umudiato, beside that Catholic church.
I'll come back to you.
My name is Joy.
Joy.
Beside that Catholic church.
I'll come back to you.
My name is Joy.
Joy.
Joy what?
Ayuba.
Ayuba.
From where?
Yeah. From Plateau State, Jos.
Plateau State, Jos.
My name is Dr. Happiness. From Imo State.
Umobom.
My name is Machiko Amaracha. I'm from
Dato South.
My name is Dr. I'm from Dato South.
Dato South. This very one,
Okay.
the guy who brought them for prostitution, this is the sister, the same mother, the same father.
And he brought a sister to come and pursue you.
Yes, and that's how to tell you how wicked the guy is.
The guy dies in custody.
Yes, this is the sister, the same mother, the same father. Then this one, this is your sister. This and this.
These are twins.
This one.
This one and this one, they are twins.
You and this one.
This one and this one are twins. He
This
also,
and this.
This one,
And
this
this
one and this, they are twins. The same mother, the same father. With this one, he brought these three children from the same mother, the same father, and he gave them into prostitution. And their parents are not aware. When they
in this day and time where the moment these the youngsters